Hello everybody. Welcome back for another video. Hope that you're all doing well and that you're all having a fantastic day. As always, a free way to support the channel is by leaving a like, by leaving a comment, by leaving multiple comments, or by subscribing if you have not already done so. All these things do indeed help with the algorithm. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. And I mean, it's been this way for the last 2 weeks at this point. Very weird kind of news day. I'm not really sure what's taking place within the cryptocurrency news at this point. For those of you not looking at the screen, it says Ethereum price analysis. Ethereum struggles, air quotes, near $4,000. This one says technical analysis. Ethereum could avoid a major drop if it closes above one key level. At the moment, for some reason, and I'm not exactly sure why, all except for one article of the price news revolved around Ethereum. There was nothing about Bitcoin. There was nothing. I mean, it's been a good 2 weeks, thank goodness, about XRP's price and the lawsuit or anything like that. I'm not sure if it's because we are getting closer to the next Ethereum upgrade, which is going to be the Ice Age, which as far as we know is scheduled to happen sometime in December. But I saw no Bitcoin news, no mention of where Bitcoin was. For those, at the time of me making this video, nothing too dramatic. Bitcoin is down by, I believe, 1.2%. Ethereum is down by 2%. So nothing catastrophic, if you will, but a lot of it really revolved around Ethereum, the merger, where price is heading next, and kind of along that same line. And to not be left out, I guess, it says Ethereum's price is gearing up for a huge breakout to hit $6,500. We've heard this over the last 2 or 3 weeks as well, whenever we tended to have more Ethereum heavy price news. A lot of it revolved around the fact that Ethereum was at this price and it is heading here. It's moving a lot higher. Just wait a little bit longer and things will kind of pop off, if you will, in the near future. I think a lot of people, as we are, it's the 23rd of November, are going to be really looking at the markets because nearly every prediction before from the past has come true. And I think now we are at the point where, since we are near the end of the month, a lot of people will be asking Plan B, hey, where are the numbers that you were talking about? No information, explicit information as to why the market has not gone up, why we've been trending sideways downwards for the last week and a half. Nothing too dramatic except for what we were talking. I forgot what we were talking about even a day or two ago. I'm not really sure, once again, what it even was. Was it something with the futures, or I don't remember exactly what it could have been. And this was the only other coin that was mentioned. It says Cardano founder reiterates long-term purpose amid sell-off panic. Cardano is also only down by 2%, so I'm not really sure why the word sell-off panic is in there. I think Cardano's founder, Charles Hoskinson, has an Ask Me Anything. It must be every other day at this point. I don't watch them, but I keep getting news that he's having an Ask Me Anything, usually just restating what he said the previous time before. And I think he felt the need to kind of calm people's nerves through all of this. I'm not really sure what's going on. Like, literally not sure exactly what's even taking place anymore. The only actual news that I could find that may have had any significant reason for prices to move or be where they currently are. This was also quite popular news in the cryptocurrency space. It says the crypto community buckles up for more money printing as Jerome Powell might score another term as Federal Reserve Chairman. U.S. President Joe Biden has officially renominated Jerome Powell as chairman of the Federal Reserve, with competitor Dr. Lael Brainerd as vice president. This would put Powell in office for another 4 years, pending Senate confirmation, allowing his agenda for addressing inflation to be put to the test. Jerome Powell being the person, as far as I can remember, being the person who hit the red button and allowed all the money printing to kind of take place. You've seen all the memes, money go burr, and he's like holding the machine and he's, flying all over the place. So the news being is that he is Joe Biden's pick to once again lead the Fed. I assume, as he's well known, I don't know what the reasoning behind it could be. Doesn't really matter. This normally, I assumed, would have been quite positive for the cryptocurrency space and for the price of Bitcoin, as this person, so we have read in the news, allowed for the printing of trillions of dollars to flood the U.S. market, economy, country. And therefore, it is clear that he will probably do the exact same thing again, as we were told before, that the Fed is still planning on doing what they're doing until at least the end of 2023. There's been a lot of news of tapering or not releasing or putting out as much money as the Fed originally had planned, but that number is not going to be $1. They're not simply moving back on $180 or $60 billion per month and saying, does a 5 work instead? Can I just hand you it? No, like it's still going to be an astronomical amount of money. But at the moment, yeah, prices are down at least slightly. No real reason why. Once again, all the fundamentals of these coins are still there. Everything is still looking good. Adoption is still at a rocket train. I have no idea. It's a very fast train, and that's how fast we're moving when it comes to adoption. Anyway, that's all the price news. We'll see what happens. A bit confused as to why prices aren't moving up. And without further ado, let's move on. In the second, I believe, most popular news story of the day, online marketplace MercadoLibre will now allow buying and selling of crypto through its digital app. This was reported by Bloomberg, and there's the tweet for it right there. The Latin American giant Mercado Pago is also set to offer crypto investments to its Brazilian customers soon. The report quoted the company's vice president, Tulio Oliveira, that the broader rollout is expected shortly after a smaller pilot was introduced earlier this month. They said, "We took the time to study and learn before deciding to step into crypto." So, and it even mentions Visa and MasterCard, but we've gone over that before. These things aren't being... It's not necessarily that these initiatives are being taken to make it easier for you to go shopping. They understand that, in all honesty, these platforms are no longer needed because we can interact directly with each other through our phones or through our computers, and that there's no longer a need for an intermediary. However, companies have found that it's still really big business to tell other people that, hey, you can use us for something that you can do on your own. And this is where Visa, MasterCard, and all these other companies kind of come into frame. So the news being, if I'm not mistaken, because we've heard about them before, I believe they are Latin America's largest online market retailer place kind of thing, as far as I know. And we've been talking about them for at least 2 years. So yeah, you'll be able to buy and sell crypto through their platform. People in Brazil relatively soon will also be able to do the exact same thing. I assume this took a very long time to get all the paperwork done. Usually, I don't think there's an actual time frame for when this is going to officially launch, but usually I give it by next April, next May. We will see exactly how successful this has been, how many people are actually using it. I do appreciate initiatives like this. I wish myself that more people would learn how to self-custody and learn how to buy themselves, as opposed to having to wait for another company to tell them, hey, now it's your time to jump in. It's kind of the idea that a lot of people could have gotten into Bitcoin when it was $2,000, but a company told them, hey, Bitcoin's $15,000, now you can get into the market. They could have gotten when Bitcoin fell back to $3,000, but they were told, hey, Bitcoin's near $60,000, now is your time to jump in. So I think it's cool that more people will be able to enter the market, but I wish that people just learned how to do it themselves. It would save you a lot of money and also make you a lot of money, but that's besides the point. So that's the second most popular news story of the day. And yeah, let's move on. Also in popular news, NewEgg, literally NEWEGG Commerce, a major online retailer, may soon accept payments in Shiba Inu. at least according to its supporters, who noted the company's official Twitter profile is in talks with Shiba's developers, and is basically because of a tweet. Right there, NewEgg tweeted at the Shiba Inu token people, DM us, got a question for ya. And that apparently led to speculation that they're on their way to accepting Shiba Inu. I mean, that is an actual grain of salt. But if you look at the trend from the last 8 weeks, Shiba Inu has been added everywhere, on every platform, except for Robinhood, which people are still holding their breath for. Your face is blue. You can breathe again. Like, it's just Robinhood. They're not that amazing. So, yeah. NewEgg might list Shiba Inu. I think it would be weird if they didn't. I'm pretty sure that they already have Dogecoin. So, you know. Anyway, that's the Shiba Inu news. Let's move on. In the most popular news story of the day, and I'm going to tell you why I'm confused that this is even news, but alas, here we are. American multinational investment bank Citi, that is CITI, announced it has appointed Puneet Singhvi to lead the digital asset division of the Institutional Clients Group ICG, starting on the 1st of December. In addition to appointing Singhvi on the 22nd of November, Citi is hiring 100 additional personnel for its digital asset division. The move indicates a concerted effort to beef up the financial group's understanding of digital assets. Singhvi was previously the head of blockchain and digital assets in Citi's trading business. Citigroup is the world's largest issuer of credit cards, and its ICG services corporations, financial institutions, and governments around the world. So the news is that they're hiring 100 new people for their cryptocurrency branch. Cool. A lot of people were writing online, and I saw a lot of places that this was quite surprising. And I was asking, why is it surprising? Because, they're a major bank. We didn't expect this bank to get into the space. Once again, Citibank has been into crypto for a number of years. For those of you not looking at the screen, it says Citi to expand digital assets division with 100 new hires. Citigroup to hire 100 people for its crypto division. I can't still understand why hiring 100 people for something that we knew that they were going to do has made it to be the most popular news. Citi set to expand digital asset division with 100 new hires. Here's an article from June 28th of this year. It says Citibank enters crypto space, launches digital assets unit. This also took a lot of people by surprise because they were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that Citi's getting into the market. And I was like, hey, Citi's definitely already been in the market for a number of years. This is an article from November 19th of 2020. A lot of you might remember this, and I'm showing you this article. I have a bunch of articles to show people because a lot of times in the last, I do it all the time, but I think the last 10 videos it's been a bit more concentrated, where I keep mentioning things that have happened before in the past. And I think we have a lot of new people here and or people who have simply forgotten that these things have taken place. So in the comment section, a lot of people are writing, hey, can you provide said article for when you said that this happened before in the past? Here's one of them. This is from November 19th, 2020. Leaked Citibank report reveals Bitcoin could rocket to $300,000 by the end of this year. The significance, I guess, no longer or only partially being the Bitcoin price rise amount, but it's more so that it was Citibank. And I told you all that last year as well. I said all these banks are into cryptocurrencies even when they're not really announcing it. The most important part is the leaked information that we have right here. This information, same exact thing with JP Morgan Chase, was only sent out to their wealthiest clients. At some point, somebody was like, hey, it's an email, and they forwarded it to someone else, and this is how we ended up getting this information. This was before Citi officially announced their foray into the cryptocurrency space. This is why every single time that we end up getting news about some other bank who's getting into it, getting into cryptocurrency trading, offering it to their clients, everyone's like, whoa, this is major news. And I'm like, no, we've had this news for a number of years. It's simply that people hear the news and then kind of just ignore it after. I'm not really sure what else to really put there. This is an article from the 10th of September 2018. For those of you not looking at the screen, it says Citigroup is planning to trade Bitcoin. That's right, everybody. The same exact Citibank, Citigroup, same initiative, same exact thing, all squashed together since 2018. And I'm pretty sure I remember seeing something in 2017 saying the exact same thing. All the news that we've gotten from all of these banks has been that they've been in this space since around 2014, which make it even more significant because they all were talking negatively about cryptocurrencies back in 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 2019. Here's another thing right here from what we were... Geez Louise, this video keeps starting by itself. From what we were talking about yesterday as well. For those of you not looking at the screen, it says Russia is considering a shift to Bitcoin to limit the impact of U.S. sanctions. This was said in a report. This is from the 14th of January, 2019. The idea being the shift now that we are seeing from a lot of new places, companies, institutions, banks, hedge funds, and also now countries, wink, announcing that they're finally getting into the cryptocurrency space is once again not new. We had news years ago, back at the end of 2018, from an economist, I believe, who works in the Kremlin or worked, I have no idea where this person is right now, that Russia was definitely planning on buying Bitcoin. Why were they planning on buying Bitcoin? Because of U.S. sanctions. Many other countries around the exact same time who are heavily under U.S. sanctions, we were getting reports that they were also buying up Bitcoin as well, and that people had even found transactions between these countries in order to figure out how to trade while getting around the US dollar. So that is just a continuation of the Citigroup, and every other country and institution and business has been in this space for a very long time news, and also continuation of me telling you that this news has taken place. But once again, I think that we have a lot of new people in the room, and therefore you also need to see this as well. This is also from the end of 2018, beginning of 2019. Russia planning a $10 billion Bitcoin investment. This was insisted by the Kremlin economist. This one says Russians bought $8.6 billion in Bitcoin. This was said by a Kremlin economist. This news also from 3 years ago was quite significant because we started getting news that also larger players, and not just government workers, but also very rich people around the world, who were also putting huge amounts of money into Bitcoin. This is around the time where you might remember we kept on hearing the Winklevoss twins and the people from Coinbase stating over and over and over that the institutions were coming. And then we had that other guy, not Shark Tank guy. It was someone else who was like, no, there's no institutions being here. And I was like, it's abundantly clear that they're actually there. What was taking place is these people were buying Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies behind the scenes, with no one really realizing. We also went over that before. This was also something, many years ago. A lot of people seem to be confused or flabbergasted as to how someone was able to purchase millions, if not billions of dollars worth of cryptocurrencies without moving the actual price. And that was when we were having the discussions of buying over the counter, going directly to Coinbase or Kraken or any other place that has OTC trading, and basically go, hey, this is the simplified version. Hey, here's a briefcase of money. Put the crypto onto my ledger. And they go, okay. So we can see that the transactions are happening on the blockchain, but not on the cryptocurrency exchange themselves. That's how you kind of do it without moving the market. And even more so, there are more sophisticated ways to also be able to still trade and buy what you want without even having the market even notice. This was mentioned earlier, I believe this year or the end of last year, when we heard that Tesla had bought an immense amount of Bitcoin. Everyone completely lost their minds. And then around 3 or 4 months later, what's his face? John McIntyre? No, wait, what's his name? The guy who runs Tesla with the dog. Elon Musk, John McIntyre. Elon Musk announced that Tesla had also sold a huge portion of Bitcoin to recuperate their original investment, but had kept all the other Bitcoin. And people were once again quite surprised that the prices hadn't moved. He said that they wanted to be able to sell off their Bitcoin position, the earlier amount, without actually moving the market to see how much liquidity the market had. And lo and behold, it passed the test. Yeah, sorry for talking so fast, but I'm trying to give all the information at once. The significance of, once again, this being 3 years ago has to do with also this right here. A lot of you may remember this article, for this was no more than a month ago. Parliament members in Ukraine are required to announce and say exactly how much cryptocurrency that they are actually holding. It says a report from April unveiled that government workers and politicians held 46,000 Bitcoin, worth around $2.6 billion, with one person, Mishalov Dmotrovich, having 18,000 Bitcoin by themselves. Once again, I'm going to just, keep hammering this in until everyone really understands. These people have been in the market for a very long time. They own an immense amount of Bitcoin. Anytime that we get news, there was none today, as far as I could tell, about any politician anywhere saying anything negative about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, the cryptocurrency market. They automatically go on my radar. Why? Because I know in 2 years, they're going to announce how amazing Bitcoin is, how great it is, how so and so and so. The idea, do you know how much faith and money you have to have in something to buy 18,000 Bitcoin just for yourself? Not even considering the fact, once again, I said this before, there are 17,999 other millionaires on the planet who will never be able to have an entire Bitcoin just from that one person, which is absolutely insane to think about. Also, keeping in mind all the other Bitcoin that's being purchased every single day. I think it's going to be one of the most interesting events in human history where a new form of money has been made, and so many people have been told to ignore it, don't pay attention to it. Here's something else that looks absolutely similar to it that you should also be buying into. And then eventually we're going to get to a point, I believe, where Bitcoin hits $1 million. And a lot of people are going to realize that a lot of their other investments, and it's not even just crypto stuff, but more so the other investments that they put their money into were not worth it. But that's, I think, something for 15 years down the line. Anyway, also, at the end of that string as well is the news also from 3 years ago. Time frame, right? Kind of, really crazy. Whenever we get a chance to actually look back at things that have happened within our space with like an actual like look back time frame, it always fits perfectly together. This is when I was telling all of you before, once again, the new people who might be new here, about the countries who came forward to the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, and basically told them, hey, our economy is not doing well. We need to start buying Bitcoin and then issuing bonds against it, to which the IMF and the World Bank said no, but these were the countries that we heard about. That's why any idea of it just being El Salvador, who's actually into the cryptocurrency space, is nonsense. 1,000 complete, utter nonsense. I assume that there are at least 20 to 30 countries who are actively buying Bitcoin. Once again, remember, we're all adults here and we know how governments work. Governments understanding that their fiat currency is garbage and is not going to make it does not constitute the fact that they are going to openly tell us that they are buying Bitcoin or any other investment. There are tons of countries, for those of you who've never really looked into it, there are a number of countries, I won't name them, it's 4 in particular. You can find it very easily. The actual governments who are buying up huge portions of land in other countries. And in some cases, should I even say this? There's one institution who owns around 15 to 20% just of London. There's another one who owns, I think it's about 10 to 15% of all the land and property in Paris. So governments always do things without actually having to tell their citizens outright directly at a podium on the news. But yeah, just know that this is a lot larger than any of us actually imagine. I don't think we, me included, can completely understand what it means for the dethroning of the US dollar and for something new to actually take its place. And also just how wealthy people are going to be, like the first comers, the people who are buying up these coins before we have a $500,000 Bitcoin, I think are going to do quite well generationally. Anyway, yeah, that's the string of all the news that I had to bring you that we've been discussing over the last couple of weeks to kind of catch everyone up who hasn't been here for the last couple of years or so. Yeah. And without further ado, let's move on. And to finish things off, NFL wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. will take his entire new salary in Bitcoin through a partnership with Cash App. The athlete announced on Twitter. Beckham recently left the Cleveland Browns for the Los Angeles Rams. Haha. He said, "It's a new era, and to kick that off, I'm hyped to announce that I'm taking my new salary in Bitcoin thanks to Cash App." He added that he is also giving away, this is generous, he's also giving away a total of $1 million in Bitcoin to fans who post their Cash App usernames in the announcements. The logistics of that completely blow my mind. I wonder who is doing all that for him. The receiver is the latest NFL athlete to announce being paid in Bitcoin, a move that could make him up to $4.5 million in Bitcoin in 1 year. Earlier this month, Green Bay Packers legend quarterback Aaron Rodgers shared that he would take a portion of his salary in Bitcoin through Cash App. Rodgers reportedly earns a salary of $33 million. Jeez Louise, $1 million. And his 4-year contract with the Packers is worth $134 million. Must be nice. And even down here, they have like photos of all the other things that have been going on. And Rodgers, Sean Culkin, Miami Mayor, full paycheck in Bitcoin, and Derek Morgan. I told you this would be an avalanche. It is bound to happen. There's no way on this green earth, if your coworker is getting paid in Bitcoin and you find out that your $50,000, $60,000 a year salary was quadrupled sitting next to you and they made $240,000, you're going to go, "Hey, boss man, I would also love to be paid in Bitcoin." This is going to continue forever. I don't know how to really put that into any other words. I assume by the end of next year, if you are in any professional sports thing and you are not being paid in crypto and more so in Bitcoin, you are going to look insane. People will look at you and go, what are you getting paid in? Dollars? Oh wow. I haven't heard that in a while. Well, good luck to your bank account. Anyway, this was also quite popular news. I am not surprised because I'm just waiting for the entirety of the NFL to do it. I would love to even, it's never going to happen, but I would love to speak to people who are in the NFL or NBA or any other 3-letter thing and really talk to them and be like, why would you not want to be, because there's always that one person, there's always one person who's like, I don't believe in it, I don't trust it. And it's like, well, neither's your bank account. Anyway, yeah, that's the rich person understanding how money works and trying to get richer news. Can't put in, listen, if you can give away $1 million in Bitcoin, you are definitely rich. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters, Professor Wally from Gun Bond University. And let's move on. Chris, Hakeem, Wilkins, Empire, Queen, Stake It With Valor, Fud, Wiser, Mortified, Roman, Gaba, Bitcoin, Ben, Arachno, Dave, Tony, Ambrosi, The Dealer's Den, Red Plump, Tomato, Umnu, Wish, Nikki, the letter M, Not Brain, Captain Something in the Z-Way Lay, Crypto, Black Sheep, AJ Cut 5, Speedy655, and Carlos was like Mobarazzi, Jojo, Shaw Show, VB Nerd, 21, Miguel Grolay, Lauren De Silva, Quarter Bitty, Bare Bones Mining, Troy Allgood, Space Case, Need a Miracle, Paternoster, Conan, Don't Skip Leg Day, Snacky Chan, Tolik Banana, Auspicious Agile, and Blockchain, Navarro Williams, David James, Attila Dahan, Yasha Harari, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Martin Storio, Nostromo, John Sarson, The Animal Reader, Abibiophobia, Todd Mullis, Adam Graysick, Moha Maroni, Massive Ventures in Thailand, Jared Schneider, Wise 9, Owl, 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Cole D, 3D, Damien, Setsuna, Richie Rich III, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Nick Mangi, Alavori, Jim Gardner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller Hitch Test Everyday, and Kyle Skips Leg Day. Yes to Crypto, Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Monks Corner Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tigger Macho Nisa, All Crypto with Lionel, Crayola Michelle, URL, and Bolero Bastos. Hold on, wait. There we go. Thank you all very, very much for your continued support. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel, who clicked the little join button below. Thank you to all the new Patreon members. Thank you to everyone who left a like, who has commented, who has subscribed, who is new here, who is still listening to me talk about this weird market that we call crypto. At the moment, Bitcoin is at 56,382 US dollars. It is down by 2.3%. A lot of weird movements. Not really sure why. Not really sure where this is even going anymore. The market and the movements and the fundamentals are incredibly bullish. No reason why, once again, we should be anywhere below $100,000. But alas, that's for, I guess, the whales to decide. Ethereum is down by 2%. Binance coin is down by 1%. Solana is down by 2%. Cardano is down by 1.99%. Good job to them. Crypto coin, Chain coin is still up by 8% off of the sports stadium being renamed. Must be nice. Elron eGold is still up by 13%. I have so much to say about so many things. Mana from Decentraland is up by 10% as well. Cosmos is up by 5%. Phantom is up by 4%. The Sandbox is up by 35% as well. These are all metaverse tokens. And there must have been some type of other news behind the scenes that we simply did not get as to why all these coins are. And Loopring is up by 9% as well, because 35% is a huge movement upward for anything kind of token. Just still always wonder, I think Sandbox is sandboxy, but always weird when the coin that's once again being adopted around the world isn't going up by 35%, but the metaverse one is. I do hope that you all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having, might have, potentially could have at some point in the day a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. I hope we get some more news as far as like what prices are doing, where prices are going. There was stuff last week about the options expiry, and I think there was also like an Ethereum futures thing that was going on. Once again, still being told that our prices need to be pushed down to match what the futures in US dollars denominated things are saying, while banks in countries are buying up all the Bitcoin. Thank you once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.